Hi. Welcome. You can just sit there. So I've got my daughter here today. So we're gonna just start in simple seated. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the sun today. It was pretty awesome. I'm starting. This one's a little further back, so I'm just playing. I'm not sure exactly where the best angle is yet. So either coming into simple cross-legged or just half lotus. We're going to get grounded from the grounding, elongating through the crown of your head. So you're going to connect the sacrum to the crown. Shoulder blades down your back, just come to your breath. Breathing in through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. And then just connecting the inhalation to the exhalation and the exhalation to the inhalation. So maybe once the breath is settled a little bit, coming to Ujjayi breathing. Let's go ahead and exhale completely, slowly opening your eyes. We're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears, taking your shoulder blades down your back, squeezing. Drop your pubic bone, lengthen lumbar, thoracic, upper thoracic, and cervical. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. We're going to take the chin to the right shoulder on an inhalation. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the left. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the right. We're going to drive it all the way around with the eyes, up at the ceiling. Exhaling to the left. And we're going to go one more round. Inhaling over to the right. Exhaling to the left. Extending through the crown of the head. Shoulders are going to come up. Take your shoulder blades down your back. Squeeze. Drop your shoulders down. Drop your pubic bone. Lengthen lumbar, thoracic, upper thoracic, cervical. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. We're going to take the chin to the left shoulder this time. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the right. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the left. We're going to drive it all the way around. Exhaling to the right. One more round. Feel what you're doing. If it gets too hot, you can turn the heater off. Extending through the crown of the head. Shoulders are going to come all the way up. Take your shoulder blades down your back, squeezing. Drop your pubic bone, lengthen lumbar, thoracic, upper thoracic, cervical. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. And then looking forward. We're going to take the left hand to the right knee, right hand back. Keep the chest over the pelvis, elongating through the crown. Exhale, belly goes back to the spine, twisting. And again, ground, open, extend, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more breath. We're going to hold it. We're going to look forward, and we're going to undo. We're going to go ahead and recross the legs, getting grounded, lengthening through the crown. Right hand's going to come to the left knee, left hand back. Drop your pubic bone, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, belly goes back to the spine, twisting. And again, ground, open, extend, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. One more breath. We're going to hold that and then look forward and allow the body to come forward. Left shoulder blade down the back, top of the left wrist, all the way along the side body. We're going to ground, open, extend, lengthening, and then we're going to come out directly over to the right. So this right shoulder stays down the back and this elbow can bend. Now let's bend this left elbow. We're going to take the elbow up to the ceiling, lifting the sternum to the ceiling, and then extending this left arm. We're going to come almost all the way out, anchoring the sitting bone, and then we're going to twist lumbar, thoracic, looking back at that left palm, and then anchoring the sitting bone, coming all the way forward, looking up at the left palm. Almost all the way out, take your shoulder blades down the back, all the way out, drop the shoulders, widen the collarbones, and then just shake that left arm all the way out, all the way from the shoulder to the fingertips. Right shoulder blade down the back, top of the wrist. We're going to bring it all the way along the side body and elongate, and then we're going to come directly over to the left, outside the hip. Again, this left shoulder blade is going to drop down maybe, right arm alongside the ear. Pubic bone to the sternum. We're going to look up, we're going to bend this elbow. Just open there, extend this right arm alongside the ear. And then we're going to come almost all the way out. We're going to anchor the sitting bone, twisting lumbar, thoracic, looking back at the right palm. And then we're going to anchor the sitting bone and we're going to come all the way forward, looking up at that right palm. Almost all the way out, all the way out. Drop your shoulders down the back and then just release this right arm. Okay, so yesterday in class, the stream seemed to go all the way through without having any problems. On Monday, it was glitchy. So if it gets glitchy, I want you to, and my voice isn't matching the action, I think maybe just exit and then come back in. I'm not sure though. Okay, so we're going to come over our legs and we're going to come into table. And the knees are going to be directly underneath the hips. Palms are going to be directly underneath the shoulders. And we're going to bend the elbows. Sitting bones up, drop your belly, lift your sternum, look up for cow. Exhaling into cat. And then we'll move into cow again. Exhaling into cat. Back into cow. One more round, your own breath. Inhaling back into cow. And then we're going to come to neutral table. We're going to ground the left palm and we're going to take the right hand up. We're going to take this right arm and we're going to thread it all the way through. We're going to take this left palm, press it. Left palm is going to come on top of the right. We're going to open this left arm up. Imagine someone's reaching this left wrist up. Open, releasing the hand to the hip. Palm is going to face up. Top of the wrist all the way along the side body overhead. Ujjayi breath. Drink the breath deep into the shoulders. We're going to take this left palm underneath the shoulder, press it out, and come back into table. This time we're going to ground the right palm, and we're going to take the left hand up. We're going to look down at the right palm to begin with, and then we're going to turn to look up at the left, and then we're going to thread this left arm all the way through. Right palm is going to press into the ground. Right palm on top of the left, shoulder blades down the back. Bring this right arm up. And then we're going to release the hand to the hip. Palm is going to face up. Top of the wrist all the way along the side body. Ujjayi breathing. Right palm comes underneath that shoulder, pressing to come out, back into table. And then we're going to bring the sitting bones to the heels, rest your belly on your quads for child's pose with extended arms. We're going to look forward, middle finger tracking. So we have middle finger, shoulder in line with the hip. We're going to press the full circumference of the palms into the floor, tuck your toes, and come into downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. We're going to go ahead and shift the shoulders over the wrist, coming onto the toes, and then we'll press back to down dog. And we're going to do it again, shoulders over, sitting bones stay perky, and then we'll press back to down dog. And one more time, shoulders over the wrist on the toes, looking forward, and then pressing back into downward facing dog. We're going to go ahead and heel toe all the way forward. Feet are going to come directly underneath the hips. We're going to bend. You can have your elbows on your thighs and release your neck, or put your thumbs in your elbow pits. Release your neck. Let your arms hang. Do you have enough room? We're going to put the feet into the ground and we're going to roll up first. We're going to keep pressing down, lift your sternum. Palms are going to face up, coming all the way up. Palms are going to come all the way around to your heart. So close your eyes and just receive. Okay, so here we come into mountain. We're going to ground the feet, sacrum down. Okay. We're going to ground, belly back, shoulder blades down the back. Palms are going to come to the heart. And we're going to bend the knees. We're going to bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. And fold, hands by the feet. Take your right foot back. Nice lunge here. Left foot back, plank. Chaturanga. All the way down to the ground. Palms are going to be underneath the shoulders. Legs zip up, pubic bone to the sternum. Shoulders down the back. Feel the nice elongation all the way from the toes through the crown. We're going to release, keep the elbows tight, pressing back into downward facing dog. Ujjayi breathing. So yesterday we were talking about breathing deep into the chest. I want you to take that breath all the way into the chest here. We're going to ground the left foot, take your right diagonal, and we're going to bring the right foot through. We're going to ground the left heel. Really ground back in the back two corners of the foot, hips forward, sacrum down, belly back, lower ribs back to the kidneys, shoulder blades down the back, either looking forward, arms can be by the ears, or interlacing, looking up. Take another breath here, soften the toes, and come forward. We're going to come to plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Which foot are we grounding? Left foot? Right foot? We're going to ground the right foot, take your left foot into a diagonal, and bring your left foot all the way through. We're going to ground the right heel. Square your hips. Arms are going to come alongside the ears, maybe interlacing. Ujjayi breath, and then we're going to release. Back to plank. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. We're going to ground the left foot, take your right leg into a diagonal. Right foot is going to come through. Ground your left heel, square your hips, sacrum down, coming up for warrior one. Palms are going to come to the heart. Knee, sitting bone, back heel stay in line as we open out for warrior two. Inhale, back arm along the back leg. Exhale, modified side angle. And then left hand's going to come all the way around, pulling back to warrior two. Back palm faces up, cartwheeling all the way forward. Coming to plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to ground the right foot, take your left leg into a diagonal. Left foot is going to come through. We're going to ground that right heel, square your hips for warrior one. And then palms are going to come to the heart, and we're going to open out into warrior two. Inhale, back arm along the back leg. Exhale, we're going to come into modified side angle. Maybe you're going to just stop here. Maybe you can lower your hips a little bit deeper and bring this left arm down. Right hand's going to come all the way around, pulling back. This right shoulder stays in line with the sitting bone. Back palm faces, and we're going to cartwheel all the way forward. Plank, chaturanga, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. We're going to ground the left foot, take your right leg into a diagonal. Right foot is going to come through, and we're going to ground that left heel. And we're going to come up for warrior one. So from warrior one, we're going to straighten this front leg, and we're going to turn the hips to the left, and we're going to release the arms down, shoulders down, wrists in line with the shoulders. We're going to come over that right hand here. Everything's in one line. And then I'm going to release this right arm wherever it's going to go. Left hand to the hip. I'm going to take this left shoulder, opening it over the right, and then bringing this left arm up. Make sure you're breathing. Imagine someone's taking this left wrist, pulling it up, releasing, so this right arm can be, so it's not putting pressure on the leg. It's not holding. What's holding is the sacrum to the crown. That line is holding it. Left palm is going to face forward alongside the ear. This back quad is engaged, and we're going to bring this left arm all the way around for warrior two. Inhale, back arm along the back leg. Exhale, we're going to shorten the stance, and we're going to interlace the hands. We're staying on the ball of the back of the foot. We're going to lift the sternum up. Exhale, fold. Release your neck and your head. And then we're going to lift the sternum. We're going to drop that left heel. Actually, let's stay on the ball of the back of the heel. And we're going to take this left forearm across. Now, I can just take my right hand and press onto my right forearm. That can be enough. Or I can actually take this elbow over across. Right palm presses, those hips are moving in towards each other so the torso can come out. So it doesn't have to be drastic here. It can be a nice elongated twist, and then we're going to release. We're going to take this right forearm on the thigh. We're going to drop the left heel, and then open up for whatever degree of side angle. Left hand's going to come around, pulling this left shoulder back over the sitting bone. Back palm faces up, and we're going to cartwheel all the way forward. Plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, ujjayi breath. We're going to ground the right foot this time, and we're going to take the left leg into a diagonal, and we're going to bring the left foot through. We're going to ground, and we're going to come into warrior one. So from warrior one, we're going to straighten that leg, and we're going to turn out for triangle. Straighten that front leg. We're going to come forward over that left leg, Release this left arm, right hand to the hip, right shoulder over, extend. Ujjayi breath. Maybe this right palm is going to face forward alongside the ear. Right hand comes all the way around, pulling back to warrior two. We're going to inhale the back arm along the back leg. And then we're going to shorten the stance. We're going to be on the ball of this back foot. And up with the sternum. Exhale, folding over. Maybe the shoulder will touch. And then we'll release out, taking this right forearm across. Maybe just pressing here and twisting. Maybe taking the elbow all the way across, left palm on top, elongating. You can even drop to the knee here if that makes it a little easier. And then we'll release, we'll bring this left forearm back. We're going to drop the back heel back. For whatever degree of side angle. Right hand comes all the way around. For warrior two, back palm faces up. And we're going to cartwheel all the way forward. Plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. We're going to look forward, step the right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, fold. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to sit, shoulder blades down the back, arms alongside the ears, press into the feet, elongating all the way through the crown, opening the chest, reaching, and then palms are going to come all the way around to your heart. Close your eyes and just receive. Okay, maybe a drink of water. Do you have a drink? Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and come onto our knees. So we're going to do something with our wrist that can be really sensitive. So I want you to be gentle here. So we're going to take, so our palms are facing outward, the thumbs in. We're going to rotate them around, are facing up. And we're going to place them onto the ground. Now, if this is too much, don't do this. And then I want you just to breathe there, because there might be some strain, right? And maybe you don't do anything other than that. I'm finding right now that that's enough of a strain for me. I want to just breathe into it. If this is super easy for you, you can begin to very, very slowly bring your hips back. I'm not going to do it right now because it's not going to work for me. One more breath. And then we're going to release. We're going to bring the palms back to forward, normal. And we're going to pass through child's pose and come into downward facing dog. We're going to step the right foot forward, left foot forward. We're going to step them a little wide because we're going to come into squat. So they're definitely, mine are probably a little wider than shoulder width. I'm going to take my right arm, so my shoulder blades are down the back. I'm going to take my right elbow or armpit and wrap it around my shin a little bit and press this right palm into the floor. Now I'm really going to ground this right palm. I'm going to begin to do a twist all the way from the sacrum to the crown. This left shoulder is in line with my right, and then I'm going to bring this left arm up and breathe. Maybe you're feeling it in your lower back. We're going to do 2 more breaths here. And then we'll release. Let's go ahead and just straighten legs in a forward fold. Take a nice Ujjayi breath, release here, and then we're going to bend the knees again, coming back into a squat. Really heavy, and you might even take a blanket underneath your heels if you need that. Now I'm going to take my left armpit, the back of it, alongside the shin, left palm presses. Now I'm going to, from my sacrum to my crown, I'm going to find that connection, and I'm going to begin to twist. I can even take this right hand on this knee here as I twist. Maybe I'm going to stop here. Maybe I'm going to extend this right arm up. Ujjayi breath. Nice deep breathing. So I'm feeling an actual twist in my belly, like I do in normal twisting. I'm going to release that right arm, and I'm going to press back into down, forward fold. Ground your feet, and we're going to roll up vertebrae by back. And then, you know what, can you go get the clock? Because I usually have it there. Sorry, I forgot a clock. And here we go. We're going to do a sequence to the right and to the left. So ground your feet. Palms are going to come to the heart. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen, fold. Hands by the feet, take your right foot back, left foot back, plank. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah, that's good. We're going to ground the left foot, take your right leg into a diagonal. And we're going to bring the right foot through. And then we're going to ground the left heel. We're going to come up for warrior one. And then we'll release down. We're going to take this right foot back into, so we're in plank here. And we're going to come into side plank. So you're either going to drop your knee here and opening up this way, or you're going to come to the outside this right foot and have this left knee bent over, or stacking this way. So whatever you're going to choose to do, I want you to come into side plank, whether it be modified or however you're going to do that. And from there, we're going to take this left hand back around, coming into down dog. We're going to step the right foot forward again, coming back into warrior one. From warrior one, we're going to straighten this right leg. Now we're doing pyramid. So we're wrapping this left hip around, pulling this right hip back. And like we went over last week, we're really grounding deep into that back heel. And we're going to, you can either, let's just have our hands at our hips right now. We're going to lift with the sternum up, look up, exhale, fold forward. So once it gets tight, stop, and then breathe again, lengthen. Exhale, you can use blocks here. Maybe bringing the hands down, we're going to breathe. Again, ground deep into that back heel. This right hip goes back. And then maybe folding. We're going to go ahead and ground the feet, and we're going to bring the hands back to the hips, lift the sternum up. We're going to soften this right foot, and then we're going to bring this left foot forward. So we'll be in mountain pose. So we're going to ground, palms are going to come to the heart. We're going to bend the knees, shoulders down the back, bringing the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Fold, hands by the feet. Take your right foot back, left foot back. Plank, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're going to ground the right foot, take your left leg into a diagonal. Left foot is going to come forward. Ground your right heel, and we're going to come up for warrior one. We're going to release down, the hands down. We're going to take this left foot back, and we're going to come into side plank again. So either dropping this left knee, coming to the inside of the right foot, or coming to the outside of that left foot and bending this right foot forward, or stacking. Maybe extending this right arm up. To keep it out of the wrist, shoulder blades down the back, lift through the sternum, through the crown. We're going to bring this right arm down, and we're going to press back to down dog. We're going to step the left foot forward, ground your right heel, and we're going to come up for warrior one. We're going to release, we're going to straighten that left leg. Hands are going to come to the hips. We're going to really ground into that back heel. Lift your sternum up, look up. Exhale, we're going to come forward over this left leg. Ujjayi breath. Maybe another breath. Maybe the hands can come down onto a block, maybe not. We're going to ground into that back heel. This left hip is going to come back, and you're going to square deeper, breathing. We're going to ground the back heel, hands are going to come to the hips, and we're going to lift out. We're going to bend this left knee slightly and step this right foot to join. Shoulder blades down your back and just receive. Okay. We're going to do a balancing pose. So we're going to come back a little bit. If you need to come to the wall, come to a wall. We're going to ground the left foot. Get it really heavy. Find your sacrum, belly's coming back, elongating through the crown. And we're going to bend this right knee and hold the knee. So you're either going to stay at the knee and have the hand at the hip, or maybe having the first two fingers hooking the big toe. Wherever you're going to work it is fine. Maybe straightening the leg a little bit or all the way. So if you're at your knee, you're going to bring your knee out. And if you're having your leg straight, you're going to bring your leg out straight. Shoulder blades down the back. Maybe turning to look over the left shoulder. Keeping that left foot really grounded. And then we'll bring the knee or the leg back, and we're going to release. We're going to come back into mountain pose, ground your feet, sacrum down, elongate. Just feel the difference between the left and the right. Sides of the body, the legs. We're going to ground the right foot this time. Find your gazing point, come to your breath. And then either bending the knee or hooking the big toe. Straightening that leg or keeping the knee bent. Keep nice alignment as you open out. Again, you can use a wall if you choose. Maybe turning to look over the right shoulder. And then we're going to release back. And we're going to come into mountain pose. Just close your eyes and receive. bend the knees, and we're going to just come into a really nice, relaxed forward fold. We're going to press into the feet and we're going to roll up. Hips are going to go forward. We're going to open and bring the arms up. Palms are going to come to the heart. And we're going to start at the top of the mat. And we're going to put a couple things together. So we're going to do it out of a sun salutation. Let's bend the knees, sacrum down. We're going to bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Fold, hands by the feet. Take your right foot back, left foot back. Plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And so we're going to do it a couple ways. So one way is we're going to come to the outside of the foot, stack, like we did. If that's too much, you can be in couch potato pose here, because where we're going is we're extending this leg like that. So if you need to be in couch potato pose to do that, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going to come into side plank. We're going to bend this left knee, maybe hooking the big toes and straightening that left leg. Maybe looking up and breathing. Shoulder blades down the back. And we'll release. And if you were here, just releasing. And then we're going to come onto our belly. And have the elbows underneath the shoulders. We're going to zip up the legs, lift your sternum, shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath here. And then we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows stay tight to the torso. Tuck your toes, come into down dog. And we're going to do the other side. So we're going to ground the right foot, take your left leg into a diagonal. No, sorry, we're not going there. We're going to come over to this side. The outer two corners of that left foot. So again, you can lower to your hips if you choose. Extend that left arm. Bend your right knee, hooking the big toe and coming up. Or coming out or into it here. We're going to release, and then we're going to come back into plank, and then we're going to lower to our belly. We're going to have our hands together here because I just want you to really bring your belly to your lower back and tighten your bottom to support that lower back and lengthen it. And then we're going to release all the way down on our forehead. I'm not going to do it because you can't hear me. Well, I'll do it and then I'll talk again. So we're going to lift with the sternum, and we're going to bring our arms back. Our legs are zipped up, and we're going to keep lifting the sternum. Belly's supporting that lower back. Keep breathing. Keep lifting the sternum. Don't stop breathing while you're here. Really lift the sternum up. And release. Palms are going to come underneath the shoulders, and we're going to press back to downward facing dog. We're going to step the right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, fold. And we're going to bend the knees. We're going to sit, bring the arms alongside the ears. And then we're going to press all the way out. Shoulder blades down the back. Arms are going to come all the way around to your heart. Close your eyes and just receive. Okay, so for abs, I'm going to use a weight again tonight for this. You do not have to use a weight for this, but we're going to go ahead and come onto our sitting bones, and we're going to balance like we do. We're going to bring our shins parallel to the floor. Maybe for some of us, we're going to just be here. Otherwise, you can be with your hands. And we're going to take our hands to the left, center, lift your sternum, over to the right. And this is where I'm going to use our weight. So I'm going to lift, come to the left, lift to the right, lift. And we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Keep lifting. It's okay. If you need to take a break and come back, you can do that. Lift the sternum, lift the sternum, lift the sternum. We've got 5 more seconds. And take a break. Yeah. Okay, let's do 10 leg lifts. So we're going to support the lower back. Maybe you have your hands underneath there. Shoulder blades down the back, and we're going to bring the legs up. So inner thighs to the inner heels, and we're going to lower down. The exhale. Inhale, slowly coming up. That's 1. Keep those shoulder blades down the back, lowering. Inhaling up. It's 2. See if you can stay focused with your breath, keeping your face soft. We're halfway there. Lower, keeping it consistent. Look, 3, 2. Last one. We're going to do one more. And then we're going to bring the knees into the chest, and we're going to just rock from side to side. And let's roll all the way up to sitting. And so you can do a couple things. I mean, you can either just come into this position and hold this for 30 seconds, or if you want to work with the weight again, you can do that. So lifting the sternum, we're going to come back, and here we go. Lift the sternum. Keep breathing. And I'm just working with a 3-pound weight. 5 seconds left. Okay, you're done. Ah. Okay. So, let's bring our feet in together. We're going to come into cobbler's pose. So we're going to hold our ankles. Come to the sitting bones. If any of this you need, your hips are really tight and you need a block, you can go there or have a blanket. And I want you to drive your pubic bone down and find the connection from your pubic bone to your sternum. And really lift the sternum. Shoulder blades are down the back. I want you to bring, my thumb is going to come back. So I'm going to just wrap my hands back here. And I'm going to lift the sternum, open up. It's almost like I'm trying to touch my sternum to the ceiling. And of course it's not gonna touch the ceiling, but it's working in that way. And the neck is free this way. One more breath. And then we're gonna release, we're gonna hold. And this time we're gonna bring our thumbs into the pads of the foot. We're opening the feet. We're gonna inhale, lengthen, exhale, coming forward. So the torso stays elongated. And eventually maybe my elbows are gonna touch my legs, and I'm just gonna encourage to open those legs out. Ujjayi breath. We're going to kiss the pose and we're going to slowly come out. We're going to bring the knees together and we're going to be at our sitting bones to our heels is where we're going to be here. Now, you could use a strap around the balls of the feet if you'd like to. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up. So from the sitting bones to the shoulders to the wrist, and then we're going to come forward. And then wherever I need to release my arms, I'm going to release them. And then I'm going to just inhale, lengthen. So I think maybe the side view is better. We're going to inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold forward. Extend, lengthen, exhale, fold forward. And again, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold forward. These last two breaths, I want you just to fall into wherever you're at. We're going to ground the feet. We're going to bring the arms by the ears. We're going to drive the pubic bone down as we extend through the crown. And then we'll release our arms all the way down. Let's bring our let's bring our legs wide. You can bring yours. Okay, so here we go. We're going to ground, we're going to lengthen, we're going to take this right hand back. Left hand's going to be in front. We're going to inhale all the way through the crown. Exhale, this left hand's going to come in front of this right leg. Inhale, I'm going to come up again. Exhale, twisting to the left. Left hand stays back, the right arm comes in front. Inhale, coming back. So if I don't have a lot of movement, I'm not going to go very far, but I'm going to keep elongated. And then inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Maybe this is as far as it's allowing. I don't have to go all the way down here, especially if I'm going to take my body out of position. Inhale, coming back. Center, right hand back. Last time, left hand comes in front, folding. Inhale, back to center. Last time over to the left. And then we're going to come out. And let's just bring the knees together and let's swing them over to this side and we're going to come onto our belly. We're going to do one last pose before we come into final relaxation. So here, I want you to really focus on, so the elbows are underneath the shoulders. I want you to focus on your hips and elongating through the lower back. We're going to bend the knees. And hopefully they're going to be over the ankles will be over the knees and the feet are flexed. So they're not point, they're flexed. And I am going to just really lift my sternum, take my shoulder blades down the back, and work the knees together. We're going to do 2 more breaths here. You feeling it? Okay. And then we're going to slowly release. And we're going to take the palms underneath our shoulders and we're going to press back into child's pose. Let's even bring the palms to face up alongside. Just allow your shoulders to let go, your arms to let go. And then we'll slowly come out. And we're going to get ready for final relaxation. So if you need a sweater or socks, You can get that. And we're going to go ahead my vertebrae. Gosh, I think I'm going to leave the lights on while I do this so you can see it. And then, so we're going to bring the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg. I'm going to hold behind the hamstring. I'm going to flex the foot and then straighten the right leg and point the right toe. Right foot is going to come on top of the left thigh, right arm out at a T, and I'm going to pull the right knee over to the left. From your pubic bone to your sternum, elongate through the crown of your head, and then maybe turning to look over the right shoulder. Ujjayi breathing. We're going to bring the right knee back into the chest, hugging it. And then we're going to release. We're going to bend both knees. And this time we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. And we're going to extend through the right leg. We're going to hold behind this left hamstring, flex the left foot, and then we're going to straighten the left leg. Straighten it, point, feel what you're doing, bend your left knee, left arm comes out of a T, this left foot comes on the right thigh, we're going to pull that right leg all the way around, or over to the right, sorry, not all the way around. Pubic bone to the sternum, looking up at the ceiling, have a nice connection from your sacrum to the crown, and then maybe you can look at the left palm. Ujjayi breath. And then we're going to bring the left knee back into the chest, hugging it. We're going to bend both knees, release your lower back, and we're going to extend the legs out one at a time. Shoulder blades down the back, palms are going to come face up. Make sure you're completely comfortable. And just relax. Let your face relax, your belly relax, quads relax. Just feel your breath. Feel the support of the ground underneath you. next inhalation, I want you to begin to deepen your breath. Breathing energy, vitality, oxygen, openness, expansiveness into your feet, legs, pelvis, torso, shoulders, all the way through the crown of your head. Next inhalation, breathing energy, vitality, oxygen, openness into your shoulders, arms, elbows, wrist, palms of hands, and fingertips. Continue to drink your breath. I want you to begin to bring your arms overhead like you're waking up in the morning. Extending all the way through your heels, tucking your bottom, lengthening that, extending the arms overhead, and then rotating your ankles and your wrist in slow rotations, like you're going through honey instead of air. And then just letting the arms rest overhead, bending your knees one at a time. And we're going to bring this right foot into the chest, bringing your right hand to that knee, left leg, left arm, let there be space, and then just gently massage your lower back from side to side. Using your breath, and then we're going to roll all the way over onto one side into fetal position. Just acknowledge and you participated in how huge that is. That it's huge, it's a big deal. And then we're going to take the palms, we're going to press them up, and we're going to come into simple seated or half lotus on the other side. And you get grounded, and the grounding, elongating, noticing your breath. And bring the palms together. May this practice be a blessing. Namaste. And have a nice evening.